Hey guys, today we're going to solve this Unity assignment. So basically, we have, first of all, we will create a cylinder, and they are giving the position of the cylinder with the color, and we're going to create two cubes. So I already started creating a Unity project. For the cylinder, I created a cylinder object and two cubes, and I renamed them. So for the cylinder, the position is 0, 0, 0 and the color is red. So what I'm going to do is I could create a material, but instead I could do it in the script. So let's just skip. We're gonna color it later. For the two cubes, first cube will be 0, 0, 3. So the blue cube 0, 0, 3. And then the green cube 0, 0, minus 3. Yes. Okay, good. And then we will create a camera. And then no, it's right there. Yeah. What is the 640? The position 6, 4. Then I see 0 and the rotation 30 minus 90, 30, and then negative 90. Okay, great. Okay, this is the user interaction. So let's read. If the mouse hovers the cylinder, the cube will rotate around the cylinder. The axis of the rotation will be the y-axis, and the rotation speed will be 30 degrees per second. As the mouse leaves the cylinder, the rotation will stop. So when you hover over the cylinder, the two cubes will rotate around the cylinder, and when you uh, as the mouse leaves, the rotation will be stopped. So how we are going to do that? So let's create a script, and then we're gonna call it cylinder script. And then okay, and then we're gonna attach it to the cylinder. Okay, great. Let's open it. Okay. So yeah, first of all, we are going to create the game object cylinder, public game object. I'm gonna call it cylinder, and we have to color it the game object with the color red. So just gonna type cylinder dot get component, and then renderer, yes, and then dot material dot color equals to color dot red. So this is the I forget to do the brackets. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so and then they're saying that if the mouse hover, okay, so the function for hovering the mouse, I'm gonna create private void on mouse over. It's on mouse over. Okay, but before we are going to create two game objects, which is cube, the first cube and the second cube. Game objects, the blue cube and the green cube. Okay, so they should rotate around the cylinder. and then they said that the x of the rotation should be y. So what we're going to do is create a vector. So it's going to be vector 3. We're going to call it axis, and then new vector 3. Then it will be 0, and then 1 and 0. Oh, 0, yeah. So that the rotation will be on y, so that's why we only the number 1 is in the y. I mean, like, this is x, y, z. X is 0, z is 0, only y, because the x should be on the y rotation, y axis. Okay, and then here we're gonna insert the blue cube dot transform dot rotate around, and then they are going to rotate around the cylinder. So cylinder dot transform dot the position of the cylinder, sorry, and then the axis, and then the 30 times dot time dot delta time. Okay, axis, the vector that we created, it will be on the y-axis. Yeah, and then they're gonna rotate around the cylinder, so we need to track the cylinder position, and then 30 times time dot delta, because they said it will be 30 degrees per second. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same for the green cube. Okay, and let's see if it works. Just, yeah, before that, we need to also to assign we assign the script to the cylinder, but we also need to assign the object, so cylinder, and then the blue cube to the blue cube, and the green cube to the green cube. Now this should work, I hope. Okay, and then as you can see, when I hover over the cylinder, it works, and when I remove or the hovering stop, the rotation will stop. Okay, so this is step 1. Okay, so part 2 of the question will be pressing the R key will rotate the cubes around the cylinder, and pressing it again will stop the rotation. So what we are going to do is, first we're going to create a boolean. I'm going to call it rotate. Okay, and then in the update function, we're going to have if input dot get key down, and then the R key, and then rotation function. And we're going to create a function called rotation down. This function, wait, this function, I'm gonna have rotate, the boolean variable that we created, equals not rotate. If input dot key down R, so when we press the R key, the rotation function will be called, and then the rotation function basically will rotate boolean will be not true, so it will be false. And then if rotate is true, the cubes will rotate. But if we press the R key again, the rotation will be stopped, because it will be not rotate. to be false. So like basically it works at the end. So it seems complicated, but it's not. So like right now I'm pressing the R key and then I'm pressing it again and the rotation is stopped. So just do it this way, okay? So rotation is true, then rotation is false, like this. So we finished part 2 of the question, and then okay, if you left click on the blue cube, the cylinder will turn blue. If you left click on the green cube, the cylinder will turn green. Okay, if you left click on the cylinder, then the cylinder will turn red. Okay, so first we're going to create two scripts, one for the green cube and one for the blue cube. And then we have green cube, and then we will have I'm gonna assign the scripts to the right object, blue cube. Okay, let's just wait. Just gonna delete it. I'm gonna create another. I don't know, because maybe I renamed it. Yeah. Okay, so the green cube, the start function, I'm gonna create a game object. I'm gonna copy it as let's just copy, and then this is the green cube. I'm gonna copy this function also. Then this will be the green cube, and then the color will be green. Same with the blue cube. I'm gonna do the same. Windows V, and then we have these, and then we have this one, and then blue. So basically we are changing the material color. Okay, and then they're saying if you left click on the blue cube, then the cylinder will turn blue. So these we will be doing this in the Raycast function. So we will create a camera script. I'm gonna call it my camera. Okay, and then I'm gonna assign it to my camera, and then I'm gonna open the script, and then we're going to create the Raycast function. So we're gonna do it in the update. So if input dot get mouse button down 0, because it's left click, so it will be 0. And then we have array then equals to c dot screen screen point to array, and then input dot mouse position. Dude. And then we're gonna have the Raycast hit. Yes, this one. I'm gonna call it hit. and then if physics dot raycast dot sorry, ray, and then out hit. Why you are doing this? Chill. Hit one. This is related to the camera. So let's create camera component. Okay. Should work. No, fine. I don't know why. Okay. And then yeah, and then we're gonna do the transform send message. So head dot transform dot send message. So the message we're gonna call it change color. So this is the Raycast function. You just memorize it. Like you could read it on the internet. Like what is the Raycast? If get mouse button down. So 0 is for the left click. So when we left click on an object, we're gonna send the send message change color. This will be function. I'm gonna create this change color function on the 3 objects. So we're gonna do it first on the blue cube. Gonna do void dot change color. So when we left click on the blue, the cylinder will turn blue. So yeah, just gonna copy it and then assign it to the cylinder only. I think this should work. Yeah, and then we're gonna do same with the green cube, but it will be green. Yeah, and then in the cylinder script, I'm gonna do it also. The change color function, I'm gonna make it red. So yeah, so this change color function should be called like the name should be same. If you change the name, it will give you an error. So let's just test it. No. Before we test, we should do something. No, we didn't assign the objects. Yeah, so you should assign it. Also with the green cube. Let's assign all the objects, and now let's test it. So yeah, when I click on the blue cube, the cylinder will turn to blue, and then when I click on the green, the cylinder will turn green, and then when I click on it will turn red. Yes. Yeah. Okay, it's working. Great. So we basically finished this part. Okay. Right click on a cube with rotate the X and Z axis and at 30 degrees per second, and right click again will stop the self rotation. So what I did is in the camera script, okay, so we did this function earlier to change the color. When we left click on any game object, the color will change of the cylinder. We did this earlier, and this function is new. We implemented another Raycast function, but this time we have get mouse button down 1. 1 mean means right click. 0 means left click. You have to memorize that. So it's the same. We have the Raycast, and then if it's hit, we will gonna send message rotate function. Hit transform dot send message rotate. So this rotate function we have in the blue cube. In the blue cube script, we initialized a boolean variable, clicked equal to false, and then integer count equal to 2. So I'm gonna explain this one later. First, we have the rotate function, which it was this one. What does the rotate function do? If we hit an object, it's gonna send a message to like call this function, and when this function is called, we're gonna increment the counts by 1. So at the beginning it's equal to 2, but we're gonna increment it and it will become 3. And this will check if the count is either an odd number or even number. So if count modulus 2 does not equal to 0, which means odd number, clicked will be equal to true. Like for example, when I right click on an object, the count will be equal to 3, and then if it's 3, if it's an odd number, clicked will equal to true. This means that rotation will happen. And when I click again, the count will be equal to 4. 4 is an even number, so clicked will equal to false. This rotation will stop. So if clicked equals to true, the rotation will happen. We did initialize vector 3, and then we have because it will rotate around the x-axis and the z-axis, and then we have the transform.rotate, and we the v2 multiply by time.delta time because it's per second. So yeah, if it's true, the rotation will happen. If it's false, the rotation will stop. Same with the green cube. It's literally the same. We did the same, like nothing else. We have also the rotate function. Both of them have the rotate function. As I said, the source code will be down in the description. You can check it. So let's test first to see if it works, and then I'm gonna this is right click on a blue cube, and then this is the right click on a green cube. I'm gonna click again, it will stop, click again, it will stop, rotate, click again. So it's rotating and stopping, so it works. Okay, so we finished this part. Okay, if both cubes are self-rotating, the cylinder will also rotate on x-axis and z-axis at 30 degrees per second. The cylinder will stop itself rotating if the cube stop its self-rotation. Okay. So what I basically did in the cylinder script, the new things that I did is that I defined two game objects, passing value blue cube, passing value green cube. So the cylinder should know if the blue cube is rotating and the green cube is rotating. So we are going to pass a value if they are self-rotating or not. So we'll initialize two game objects, and then so yeah, so this is and then the defined passing value blue cube equals to game object dot find game object with tag blue cube. So what does that mean, or how do we tag an object? For example, this blue cube, it's basically they're untagged, so we're gonna add tag for it. I'm gonna press this one and press the plus button, and the name, it should be as this one, the same. And then I'm gonna paste it, blue cube, and save it. Okay, and then I'm gonna tag this one with the blue cube. Same with the green cube, it's untagged, so I'm gonna add the tag, and the name of the tag will be green cube. And add tag plus, and then green cube, save, and then go to the green cube and add the tag for it. Okay, so the value for the blue cube will be equal to the game object with the tag blue cube. Same with the passing value with the green cube. Okay, if passing value blue cube dot get component, the blue cube, this is the name of the script, dot clicked equal to true. Clicked is the rotation of the blue cube. We initialize it there. You remember? And if it's true, the blue cube will rotate. Clicked 1. So, I mean, this variable exists in the blue cube script. We called this variable the blue cube script. So if it's true, and if passing value green cube get component the green cube script, click 2 equals to true, which means if the green cube is rotating, we have in the green cube script, we have the click 2 variable. If it's true, that means the green cube is rotating. So we called the green cube variable. So this is how we pass value from a script to another script. So if they are both self-rotating, if they are both true, then the cylinder will rotate at the X and the Z axis. So we basically passing values. Okay guys, I hope you get it. And don't forget to add the tag. You should add it. Okay, let's test it. So the blue cube is rotating, and the green cube is rotating, and also the cylinder is rotating with them. If I click on this one, the cylinder will stop because the blue cube now it's equal to false, not to true. It's not rotating, so the cylinder will stop rotating. Okay, so we're basically passing value, letting know the cylinder if the blue cube and the green cube are both rotating, if it's true or not. Okay, so we finished this part. Okay, now we have the cylinder and the cubes will translate using the following input. We have W will translate up in the y-axis by 1 unit per second, and then we have S, we have A, we have D, we have Q, we have E. Will translate to positive y-axis, either up or down. I think this one should be negative, but by mistake. Okay, negative z-axis, positive z-axis, negative x-axis, positive x-axis. Okay, so I did it in the cylinder script. Okay, so here's the code. If input.get key code w. Get key means that we are holding the key. While we are holding the key, the event is happening. Key code.w, you can do it either this way or this way. for the key value in the keyboard. So in both cases they are true. So if you are holding the W key, the blue cube will transform in the positive y-axis, mean up, to transform up, translate up. So we're going to use the function blue cube to transform to translate 0 because it's only in the y-axis, 1 times time dot delta time because they are saying 1 unit per second. When they mention the per second, you use time dot delta time, and then 0, and then space word. This means that the blue cube will translate in the word coordinates, like not on its local space, in the word space. So we should use that. Same with the green cube to translate up, positive y-axis. If we hold the key W. If you hold the key S, it's gonna translate negative, like down. It's gonna be down. It's the same, but the y-axis is negative, -1, and this is a float value. This is how you define a float value. And the same space dot word. And when we are holding the A key, the A key is for moving negative in the Z axis. In the Z axis. So this is 0, 0, and then -1 dot time dot delta because it's negative. So I think this is moving to the left. I don't know, we will see. And then the key code D, it's positive Z axis. So the same, but we're gonna turn this one to positive value. And then the Q is for negative X axis. So yeah, it's gonna be -1, then 0, 0 space dot word, and then the E positive axis. It's 1 because they are saying by 1 unit per second. So let's test it. Let's test this code. I'm gonna show you guys. So this is I'm pressing W, and this is I'm pressing A. They are moving to the left, D moving to the right, S moving down, E moving forward, moving forward, sorry, Q moving backwards. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it works. This should work. Oh no, yeah. Okay. Okay, so pressing the key, the C key will toggle the camera rotation around the position 0, 0, 0, and the X of rotation will be, and the speed will be like this one. So basically what I did in the my camera script, we have if input dot get key code dot C. When we press the C button, we defined two vector value. We have the position 0, 0, 0 and the axis. It will be in the y-axis, but although they did not mention that, but it should be in the y-axis. And then we have transform dot to rotate around the position 0, 0, 0 and the axis, and it will be 30 dot time dot delta time, 30 degrees per second, because they mentioned 30 degrees per second. So if we test it out, this is in the my camera script. Okay guys, let's test this out. And then now I'm pressing the C. As you can see, the camera is rotating. You can see this is camera object. The rotation is changing, and also the position is changing. So yeah. Okay. Okay, now we finished. We only just need to apply the material, the skybox material. So what we are going to do is we have these are the pictures. I'm gonna copy them and paste them here. Okay. And then I'm gonna create a new material. Yeah, this one. I'm gonna name it skybox material. And then I'm gonna press on this material and change the shader. Change it to from standard to skybox. Yeah. Okay, and then we have the front, back, left, right, up, down. So the front, it's renamed already. So this is the front. No, wait. I'm gonna drag the front, this one, and then we have the back. This one is the back, and then we have the left. This is the left one, and then we have the right. This is the right one. This one, and then we have the up. This is the up one. I can know because they are renamed. Like I can figure it out. And the down is this one, DN down. So after you drag each picture to the right position, this is the material that we created. So we're gonna drag this one to the scene. So now as you can see, it should appear like this in your project. So now I'm pressing the C, the camera is rotating, and you can see the cube is rotating. The blue cube is rotating, also the cylinder. As you can see, up, down, front, right, backwards. Yeah, I'm pressing on the green cube, the cylinder is changing the color. Yeah. I'm gonna give you guys the source code and also the materials and everything. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, see you.